down, I'm spinning around, high and dry and kicked to the ground. I'm lost and I'll never be found. The lips were much too shy, the lines about you, they never around. You said I'd never get things right. I never said it was the best thing for you. Baby, where'd you go? I need you here tonight, singing myself to sleep. You're still my favorite melody. It's been 3 weeks. How long can this go on? Singing myself to sleep.
Oh my goodness, long time no see! I know I said that I was going to be making lots more videos once I got my Mac, and I've been trying to do that, but the finals are coming up in like a month, and I have so many characters that I need to be responsible for. So, I mean, like, I've got like this whole guy, and then I have number 2 of that, and it's just all full of crazy characters. I mean, like, the good news is that I know how to say a bunch of words like zoologist and things in Chinese, but the bad news is that I actually have to get tested on all of this crap come like a month from now. So I've been like really busy just studying and napping and eating and studying. So yeah, here I am. I got my jacket here made of carpet, and a whole fake polar bear died to make it, and it's the most comfortable thing I've ever worn in my life, I think. First of all, I had this really funny experience the other day. So I don't know if I've talked about street vendors in China yet, but it's like so much fun. Basically, you've got these people, and they have their blankets set up like on the bridge, or like, you know, footbridges over the street, or just on the sidewalk or whatever, and they're all selling like knickknacks and wares. And I use the term knickknacks like loosely. There's people, like, I'm not even making it up, there's people that are just selling Rubik's Cubes, just, you know, because there's a really, and it, like, this is actually one of the most common objects that I see being sold on the street in China, is Rubik's Cubes and socks, and lamps. Not big lamps, but like little cheap desk lamps. I guess these are like the 3 cheapest things to manufacture, maybe. I don't know how good the market for Rubik's Cubes is. I guess it must be good enough for someone to base their living off of selling them on the street. Or like, what impulse buyer is just like, I could really use a cube of mystery to solve today. You'll notice that on their blankets they have like these ropes on either side, and I didn't really notice I didn't know what they were for. I thought maybe like, okay, so at the end of the day you just grab your whole blanket and then you're gone, good to go. So I'm walking the other day, I bought like some fabric for couch covers with my roommates. There's a man selling Rubik's Cubes, of course, right, by this footbridge, and all of a sudden, he, you know, like, they're just kind of like looking around, all of a sudden he just grabs this whole thing, swoop, one move, it's over his back, and he's just like walking speedily down the street, and I'm like, what was that all about? And then like 3 seconds later, a cop comes up, and is just like walking through, and is like shooing all the vendors away, like issuing some tickets. So these people are just like so crafty, they're like, and I'm gone. I mean, street food is probably the greatest thing. You know, there's like really touristy stuff if you go to some more touristy areas of Beijing where you can buy like scorpions on a kebab and whatnot. But I mean, like, this morning I spent 40 cents on breakfast, and I'm still full from it. Just getting like a big, they have like pancake looking things. They sell yams, is really common. They just like slow cook yams all day. I see corn out there now. There's what's called chuar, and it's like kebabs of meat, basically. They've got another kind of like kebab that just sits in this really weird fluid, and they boil it in this weird juice, and they just kind of like sits there boiling. I am way too scared to try that. One thing that's really sweet, being a big-nosed pale kid from America, is that Asian people they don't like getting suntans at all. That's why when you see them walking down the street, like, I see a lot of times in my campus back home, a lot of Asian people will have like an umbrella, and it's not because they're like afraid of the sun rays or whatever, like, you know, Michael Jackson type stuff. It's just because they don't like getting suntans at all. They think that like the whiter your skin is, the prettier. So most makeup and like all sorts of different creams and lotions for your skin here in China all has whitening cream in it because people want to get like really pale. I watched an infomercial the other day on TV for like a mask that you put on your face, and so you sleep with it on, and then when you take it off, it's all this like bleach and crap that is then like in your skin and makes it really white. But like I'm pale in the States, and so when I come here, everybody's like, wow, your skin's so white and your nose is really high and you have long eyelashes, so I think that you're like good to go, like you shouldn't have any problems at all. And that's really funny because in America I was always just like, my nose is kind of big, my skin's pretty pale, that sucks. But here in China, in Japan too, in like Asia basically, it's like, yes, white, super pale skin. Thanksgiving in China. Basically, I had 12 people over my apartment. Everybody cooked. I have a little toaster oven, so we cooked a couple dishes here. Other people brought stuff from their own place. And we ordered turkey because turkey is pretty hard to come by here in China. So what it was is we went to a Western restaurant, and you can order turkey. And so we order it to our door, and they don't just bring like a bird. It was like 5 kilograms, and we were like, wow, that's like a pretty light bird. Like it's probably not going to be enough to feed everybody, I think. But what it was is 5 kilograms of meat. They cook the turkey fresh and delicious. They carve off all the meat for you, put it in pizza boxes, like uncovered. They just just throw it in the box, and then they deliver it to your door. It's just like boxes of meat, and it's the least work I've ever had done for any meal ever. And then then after the meal's over, you just have your IE, which is like it's Chinese for aunt or aunt. And that's basically like a maid, and then we pay them $1.20 an hour, and they come and just clean our whole apartment. So that really worked out. But yeah, the turkey was just so awesome. Speaking of just throwing crap in pizza boxes, here in China, whenever you order food to go, they just throw all your crap in a plastic bag, and that's it. Like there's no containers or anything. It's all in a plastic bag, and then that's pretty much all you get. So even if you get like soup or curry or something liquidy, it's just a plastic bag full of soup, and you just untie it and carefully take its mass and throw it into a bowl. Or I guess the alternative that I do is you just hold it and just like poke the bag with your chopsticks until it just all like falls out into the bowl. Last time I did a video, I talked about the Beijing wind being like really ridiculous. It's calmed down a little bit since it's settling into winter now. But the other thing I wanted to say is that because the wind is so strong here in Beijing, it is totally socially okay for you to cancel a date due to the wind being too strong. My friend Ryan had a date, and he's like pretty excited about it, and then he gets a text when he gets back to his apartment like, oh, it's too windy today. I can't come out because it's too windy. Like I'm afraid I might blow away, I guess. So yeah, he thought that he was like pretty well rejected at that point, but then we asked around some of our Chinese friends, and they're like, no, like if it's too windy, it's too windy. That's all you can do. Alright, so this is 6 months into my study abroad, so we are still going strong. I miss you back home, and I will talk to you later. Bye.